Hi everyone, it's Jen with J Vinco, and I am going to do some glue booking today again. Um, Thank you if you've been watching my videos, and if you've subscribed, that is awesome. I'm just going to keep working on glue books and journaling and maybe some other projects. Um, I am going to switch over to voiceover in just a minute, but I wanted to show you a couple of things that I've gotten recently to help in working on my glue books. I got this sheet of paper from Joann Fabric today, and it has a bunch of different Christmas designs with kind of in stamp shape. So I thought I might cut some of those out to use on some of the holiday pages in here. So I just got that today, and I think it was on sale. I think it was like 50 something cents instead of 70. I don't know. And I also got this book. So I had the antiquarian and the blue one and the green one, and then I found this purple one at Joann also. So this one has similar, like, Victorian era looking stuff and just a whole bunch of different interesting, scary looking stuff in some cases. Just a super odd book of different things. So I decided to get this one also. I like odd things. I like this little snowman thing on this little sled. Maybe I'll end up using him on one of the holiday or wintry pages also. So pretty cool stuff there. Ooh, and there's some Halloween stuff. Maybe I can use some of this on my Halloween pages in there. So I also got a small order from, maybe I already talked about this. Did I already talk about this? Temu? T-E-M-U. So I just found some odds and ends. I think I showed these in my last video, these coffee stickers. But I also got some wooden buttons, because I don't know. Wooden buttons are all the rage, I got these little stickers. They look like Kevin, our cat, just like Kevin, complete with crazy eyes. So there's a bunch of different Kevin stickers. That's why I got those. I thought everyone in my house would get a kick out of those and want to put some on something, maybe. But I'm the only one who really journals here, so. Well, that's not true. Drake journals sometimes. So I also got just like a little package of squares because I was going to try and teach Drake how to use the sewing machine. I got these little enamel charms, and they're all food, like donuts. There's little cola bottles and fries and hot dogs and cupcakes. I also got these little tree like pendants, different styles of trees. I thought those were pretty cool. I'll just keep crinkling the package. I'm sure that's fun to watch. And then what else did I get? I got some other washi stickers. These are just like, I don't know, just little home items and like a hot air balloon and some stuff. Got some Christmassy papers. They're just 6x6 papers. I just figured they were really cheap. I don't know if you've looked at that website, but a lot of stuff is like $1 or $1.20 or pretty cheap. So I just figured I could use some of these to block the background of a page, maybe, in my glue book. So I got those, and then I also got like a garden farming set. Here, I'll show you those real quick, just in case you want to see. Little farm animals. I'm holding it sideways. Some plaid, some plaid shirts kind of stuff. And geese. Um, Also, I got a little bit more fabric. And these are just small pieces, but I think this was less than $1 just for these random. I just liked how colorful they were, especially this one's really cool, and it has some kind of gold paint, like fabric paint on it. So I thought I could use those to cover one side of a book or something like that. And I think that's about it. I mean, I did get some other stuff, some other odds and ends, but there's just such random, just such a bunch of different stuff on that website. So if you haven't checked it out, I would say check it out. Everything's so cheap, you might as well give it a try. And I've seen quite a number of videos showing people what people have bought from that website. So anyway, let's get to glue booking. I'm going to work in this book a little bit. I put some different things in here that I wanted to glue down. So I'll do that first, and then I'm going to do a page in the other glue book of fruit page coming up. So hang in there, and I will switch over to voiceover. All right, here I am. I'm back, and actually, as I'm doing this voiceover, it's been a couple weeks. I recorded this on the 12th of February, and as you can see, by the time I'm posting this, it's probably the 28th of February. So February, I don't know. There's an R in there. Anyway, so I just have been submerged in school, basically, just writing papers, you know, writing a paper and just dragging my feet about it like I do. But I got it done, and it's, you know, I don't know, readable. So I actually turned that in yesterday and had a group project due today. So just been pretty busy with school. And it was hard to get time to do anything. Um, but last night, as soon as I did get time, I started reading a novel because because I needed an escape, I guess, from schoolwork. So what happened here was I started putting this page together and I paused the video and then I stopped the video. And then I continued gluing, oops, on my merry way, and then boom, it's done. So the magic of TV, folks. I just like that background and just wanted to put some wacky stuff on it. Have that car driving up. It almost looks like it's driving up to a drive-in. Anyway, I just felt, I don't know, I liked putting that stuff together. So then I just found some other random items to throw in here and there. It feels, you know, typically I want to have any big pieces that I can put in the background before I just start gluing things that could go on top of something bigger. But also, if I see something that I like on that page, then I'm just going to go for it sometimes. And so that's what I'm doing here. I don't have anything else to put on this page, but I wanted to make it look like that paintbrush was painting an orange streak up the page. So that's what I did. There's just no rhyme or reason sometimes. You just have to do what the little voice in your brain tells you to do. So, and that is no offense to people who actually hear voices. I get it. It happens, and it's tough. So, this that I'm putting glue on right now is actually a picture of Mesa Verde. It is in southwest Colorado near Four Corners. I think I talked about it when I was cutting it out actually during a magazine harvest, but who knows how long ago that was. It's just really cool, like cliff dwellings that you can go visit. So I've done that a couple times. And this bear, I don't know, I liked it with the star background because he almost looks like a constellation or something a little bit. And he's, staring through binoculars. I don't know. It goes together for me. I just will never understand what happens and why, but it felt right. It felt cozy for me to put these together. And then I wanted something little like, you know, that he's looking at with the binoculars. So I think in a second here find something in one of my little boxes of cutouts. Yep, there it is. The tiny box, the little tiny stuff that I collect that I like. Oh, and there's, yeah, the little cyclist. So he's just riding his bike down he's not the right size, he's not to scale. He's a giant, and that bear is way not to scale. So it's a little fantastical, if you ask me, but I liked it. It has a certain whimsy that everyday life sometimes doesn't have. So it felt like a good move, a good thing to do. Um, and I don't think I end up putting anything else on this page at this point, but I definitely want to do something about the edges, like the bottom edge of the bear and the side edge of the cliff dwellings. I kind of want to put something that kind of covers and merges them together a little bit more. Um, so yeah, just trimming off the edges there a little bit. I also did start a journal last week. I did a couple journal entries, maybe, no, just one, I think. Um, it's like a 2023 daily journal, but it's not going to be daily, that's for sure. I did not record that session, but I will record my next sessions and show those when I do some journal entries. So here I switched to my theme book, and I decided to make that fruit page that I promised you. Um, and to be honest, I did kind of mess with some of these cutouts and just try to find a layout that I liked so that I don't know, I'm not that good on the fly. I like to try some stuff out in my brain before I start gluing everything down, especially for one of these collage type pages, um, because because of the layering. I don't want to end up putting something down and then being like, oh, this huge piece could have fit here. This is my theme for the video that I put the bigger pieces in the background. Uh, so anyway, I did a little practice laying out before I started gluing just to see what I thought would work. Most of those images I fussy cut out. That one on the bottom that I glued with the background on it, I just left the background because it's like a fabric with fruit on it. I really like the way those kebabs look, like they're little rainbows. And I have to tell you that my family found this layout very inspiring because my youngest son, Drake, who's 8, he saw this picture of these fruit kebabs and he's like, "Ooh, fruit kebabs." And as I said, this was a couple weeks ago when I actually filmed this. So for the last couple weeks, um, every so often we've been just making fruit kebabs because it's the thing to do. Um, and hey, if it gets him eating his fruit, then yeah, let's use that tactic. Um, so they do look nice and colorful though. This page, if I'm thirsty, I know if I'm really thirsty. I know when I'm thirsty because if I like see fruit, then suddenly I'm like, oh, I gotta have some fruit. And it's really just because I'm thirsty. I don't pay attention to hydration as well as I should, especially here. It's very dry in Colorado. Don't know if you've been here, but you're going to be parched. If you come here, drink your water. That's for sure. I would do well to take my own advice. Uh, so let's see what else. We've been watching Cobra Kai. Um, every time there's a new season coming out for Cobra Kai, we watch the whole thing again from the start and then finally make our way up to the new season. It's such a good show, so nostalgic, and um, I like that they brought so many characters back from the originals. It's just pretty cool. But I'm not going to spoil anything. So we've just been watching it, and we finally made it to season 5 here, so it's exciting. And then season 6, I heard, is going to come out in September. So I guess we'll have to start it all over again during the summer so that we can watch the new season when it comes out. Um, so this page, I do like the way this page ended up turning out just because I am really drawn to colorful stuff usually, and probably why I cut out all the fruit, just because it's so colorful. Putting all the citrus, not all the citrus, but all the limes down there in the right-hand corner. And like I've said in other videos, I try to line up whenever I have flat edges, then that kind of informs most likely where I'm going to put it on the page. Sometimes you can just cover it up, like layering another image over that edge, but for the most part, I do end up kind of putting things along the edge that make sense. Um, yeah, I don't know what else. So anyway, finished my paper yesterday, and then went straight for a novel, actually a Colleen Hoover novel, and I started reading it after 8 o'clock last night because my deadline for my paper was 11:59 p.m. and I finished it by 8. I was so early. Like, that is not procrastination. That's pretty good. I had hours to spare. And so then I started reading my Colleen Hoover book and I ate it up. I finished it probably by, oh, I don't know, shortly after lunch today. And that's because I stayed up late reading it like a dummy. And then I felt really tired this morning. So that's my silliness for the last couple days. Um, but I am going to start reading another one. I'm just going to, this always happens. I get like flustered because I'm forced to read certain things, even though I find them interesting. They're just, academic reading is a little bit different than just picking something for yourself. And then I want to like ravenously read some stuff that I chose. And Tim, my significant other, has taken me to Barnes and Noble at his own peril a couple times in the last few weeks. And so I did get a bunch of new books, which I don't need. I don't need any more books, but it's my vice. That's my problem, is buying books and then having a billion pounds of them to lug around every time we move. So it's not it's not wise. I should get rid of stuff that I don't end up liking very much. That would be a baby step and reasonable thing to do to kind of control how much reading material I have hanging around, but it's hard for me to get rid of books. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I might read it again. If I don't like it in the first place, why am I going to read it again? I'm not going to. And I have so many books on deck waiting to be read. I definitely don't keep up with how much importing goes on. So we'll we'll just see what happens. But I do have one more book to finish. I have to read the second half and do a second reflection paper on it still this semester. And then aside from my textbook reading, that's it for extraneous books. But oh, there's a lot of reading in my grad school program. That is for sure. I really liked that I just randomly had that word good, um, because the color scheme like really works and it just, I don't know, the font works with the fruit. I don't know. It seems like it was fate finding that word. So and then I know I found some other word to put on there. That's going to happen shortly. Um, I was going to tell you, I'd written a note down to tell you in this video about Super Bowl weekend, which was a while ago now. But that weekend, we don't really care about football too much in this house. But the snack party part of the Super Bowl is like, good time for everyone. So we did do kind of it started out, it was just going to be a pot sticker extravaganza, and um, that turned into just a snack party. So, and then we didn't even do it on Sunday. We did it on Super Bowl Saturday and had a bunch of snacks. But pot stickers were like the star of the show, and everybody except for Drake ate the pot stickers. We made sauce to dip them in and everything, so they were really good. We got them from Trader Joe's, and I had actually seen a YouTuber talk about trying all the different kinds of pot stickers at Trader Joe's and some other stuff. So that inspired me in the first place to do the whole extravaganza. But it was really good. And now I'm kind of obsessed with those pot stickers until I eat them too much, and then I will probably not be obsessed with them anymore for a while. Um, just finishing my odds and ends on this page. I'm excited because I decided I want to do a page of I love this, like things I love kind of stuff. So I'm going to start. Oh, I ripped the stem off of that apple. Whoops. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to start compiling stuff to go on a page of things I love. I just like that idea. It'd be really fun to collage all kinds of different things, but it will probably take a while to pull together enough images for that. But the good thing is if I sit down and think and make a list for a while, I can start getting some ideas of what to include, um, and then go searching for stuff to put in there. So I know I'm getting close to done with this page. I'm sorry it has been a few weeks since I've been able to post. I'm really gonna try to do a harvest pretty soon. My magazines are stacking up big time, and thank you so much for subscribing and for joining me. I am really appreciative of all of the viewers out there, and I hope you guys are finding ways to be creative and enjoying yourself with maybe some journaling, maybe some blue booking, maybe some reading. If you are reading something or you have a book to recommend, uh, the side of me that wants to keep getting books is telling you to go ahead and let me know in the comments. That'd be awesome. And I will take a look at what you're recommending. So there's my finished fruit page, and thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a good whatever day it is for you, and I'll see you next time.